Hey y'all, it's Becky Raceler. I have Becky's Journals on Instagram and on YouTube, and I am so excited to show you the book that I just finished. I love this color on this one. It's a hot pink, and I know that on your monitor, your video screen, it may look more red on the end right here, but it really is a dark hot pink. And it's more the color of this ribbon than red. This ribbon matches it perfectly. This is another Reader's Digest condensed journal that I made from an altered Reader's Digest book, and it's got 2 signatures. Excuse me. And this the theme on this one is nothing but pink. And it is 7.5 inches tall, and it's got an 1.5 inch spine on it. And then there's it's 5.5 inches wide this way. Each signature has 10 pages in it, unfolded pages. So when they're folded up, 10 unfolded pages in 2 signatures, that's 20. And then to find the number of individual pages that you have, you would multiply that times 4. So I have 80 individual pages in this book. And it has a holes in the back that the ribbon goes through, so you can tie it shut. It is a little bit of a gator mouth, not too much. I kind of did a lot of decoration on this one. I took my time on this one. I have so many Reader's Digest books right now that I can play with that I've just been rushing, and I thought, you know, I do this for the fun of it, not to I don't have a store or anything like that anymore, although I do sometimes sell my things if people contact me and want them. One thing I love about this one is this applique. It looks like it came off of a wedding dress. Somebody sent that to me in a Happy Mail, and I really like the way that embellished the cover on this one. So let me get showing you through this thing. I really had a good time playing with this one. Okay, the first page, you've got a pocket over here and 2 journaling cards, and I left the journaling cards, I left a lot of them very plain, so the next person who plays with this journal will have lots of writing space. This one I intentionally made so it would have lots of writing space, because if I was to keep this journal, and who knows, I might, but if I keep this journal, what I will do is I'll start using it to write in it like a diary, or I can use it for taking notes. I can put lots of things. I could photograph family photos, not photograph, but take family photos and photocopy them so that I don't use the originals in the book, that I could do that. And it's a thought. This page right here is napkin covered. That was just a pretty napkin that I covered for that page. This pocket down here was made with a vintage tablecloth, the lace. Here are 2 journaling cards that I tucked in there. Here again, lots of writing space on the journaling cards. You could write here, and on all the journaling cards that I put in. I could put quite a few pockets in this one. Here is another page that I have inked and stamped on this one. This one is hand dyed. I believe it's Kool-Aid dyed paper, but you can hardly see the stamping on that page. Here's a flip up or tip in, whichever you want to call it, with a small amount of decoration on it. I tried to hold myself back on the decorating, so I would leave lots of writing space and undecorated pages. I put a tab on this one with some vintage fabric and lace. This one is fully inked and stamped. You can't, the stamping is so subtle. I used the same color as the background page, and so it's just very subtle. You can't see it in this light, but it's perfect for writing on. This is hand-dyed paper. I think I used RIT dye when I did this one. And I do have videos on the dyeing paper if you're interested. This one has a corner pocket, stamped background page there, and a very simple large journaling card to go in there. I did some decorating on that one. I couldn't stop myself. Page ready to be played with. This is a page from a Better Homes and Gardens gardening book. One of those great big coffee table books that you see in a lot of thrift stores. I love using those in my journals. Here's the inside, the center of the signature. The first signature is that Better Homes and Gardens journaling book. Handmade flower on this page with some laced edge there. Put you some writing space on there. Belly band on this side. Little collage. More collage. That's my favorite thing to do, is to collage. This is a tip in. It's an envelope fold out. Tip in or fold out. And there's a pocket right here on the front of the envelope with a little writing space there. I put in, and then there's a pocket right here with paper in it. More writing space here. It was hard to hold back on the decoration. Envelope with a little journaling card in it. More inked and stamped pages with that real subtle stamping. Pocket over here. Journaling card made with scrapbook paper. Other side of that tissue tulip page. Sit between the center of the signatures, we have a vintage playing card and a pocket on the inside front there. Little journaling cards. I like the way that one came out. This is another tissue paper. Actually, it's multiple different tissue papers just collaged on here. I just tore the tissue paper up into little 2-inch squares and did a collage of the tissue paper on there. Hand-dyed paper. Another little collage. This pocket is embroidered. And no, I didn't do the embroidery. I don't do things like that. I used to, but I don't anymore. This is from a vintage tablecloth that I cut up. It was all dirty and had holes in it and everything. And so I just backed it with some cardstock and to give it some substance, and then glued it down as a pocket. Little journaling card I tucked in there. Here is a hidden paper clip holding a journaling card I made. Back of the hidden paper clip here, journaling cards I made. This is a hand-dyed index card, a large index card. I wanted the striped side to be to the front so you'd be surprised when you pulled it out. So, isn't she sweet? This is my sweetheart, which has got a little lace tab right here. So this is me holding back to give somebody else the opportunity to play in it. These are genuine antique. This is a really old, this is an antique postcard. Mr. Adami. This side for address only. This is when it was a 1-cent stamp. Probably from the early 1900s. My guess is just from the style of it. And this is a vintage playing card. A little kitty. For a tag there. Little decoration there, and you may not be able to see it, but there is some stenciling here, and then this page is fully inked, and then I stencil down here. Here's another flip up or tip in for a secret writing space at the center of the signature there. Little collage, more stenciling here. Another belly band with 2 journaling cards that I made. This one was made from an old birthday card that I had. This is just made with scrapbook paper for a nice pretty little writing space. Fabric tab right here. Lots of lace along the edges. I couldn't stop that. I love doing that. I've got vintage sheet music in here, lots more stamped pages, little collage on this one, and this is a tuck spot made with cardstock flower, little journaling card I made. The 2 colors of pink that I used in this journal when I inked them are Victorian Velvet. You see that? Victorian Velvet. And this right here is inked on the edges with Picked Raspberry Distress ink. Tim Holtz Distress ink. Pretty little page. Vintage office page. You want to do some office work. Another corner tuck. This tuck, excuse me, corner tuck I made with die cut slide that I had. Journaling card I made for that. And another, this is vintage wallpaper, or I guess, yeah, it's vintage wallpaper. That's right. I'm right. I love this colors in this one so much. And I love the way this patterns on this hand-dyed paper came out. It's really interesting. It's subtle, but it's gives it so much texture, an appearance of texture. And I really like it. The back of the page that's been collaged with tissue, and the back page of the book has my Made by Becky Raisler there, and a pocket on this side with the journaling card that I made, and another little fold-out journaling card. So tons of writing space in this one. Let me know if you're interested in it. Be sure and hit that thumbs up if you got any good ideas for your journals. I love hearing from you. And subscribe. I'm not doing as many videos as I have in the past. I've slowed down on that because look, I appreciate every single one of you that watch these videos. There are so many good video makers on YouTube, and so every single one of you is greatly appreciated. Let me know you've been by, and thanks so much for watching. Come see me on Instagram at Becky's Journals, YouTube Becky's Journals, and I'm also over on Facebook at Rebecca Raisler, R-O-E-S-L-E-R. Bye bye.